Well, g'day guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terrain Garage. We are in a state at the moment. We've had a great little week so far, tinkering with a few things on the patrol, which I'll show you guys in a minute, getting a bit further along on the journey, which is really cool. But at the moment, we just have so much stuff sitting around the shed that I need to clean and tidy. Every time I think I get this half clean, it just gets filled with stuff again. But that's what happens when you rip a car apart. Well, it was a massive week last weekend, and we got the car and the workshop / studio space back into a perfect condition. I'm back at it today. Just want to start doing a few clean-up things, like doing the flares, doing the lights, getting rid of this, a few other smaller things, and just tinker along and keep ripping apart some stuff. So I thought I'd throw you up on the old stand there, mate, and let's get into it. Oh, check out how good this is. Now, I don't know whether Fabwits Industries installed this or not, or whether they just sold it and someone else installed it, but I took this guard off. Hey buddy, you meant to be up there and tight, or are you just freaking El Floppo? That'll keep the water out, mate. El Snorkel. Front indicators off, so nice. Alright guys, so just a little hit on the patrol for a Monday morning. I'm going to jump back in and do some editing for the video that's coming out this Thursday. But yeah, got the headlights, indicators, grille, little shroud thing, wheel arch flares, indicators. I need to open this up, and I've undone that little cover plate to get access up there for all the fuel lines, because I'm going to have to drop the fuel tanks and clean them out. Rear tail lights are out. Same as that side. I just got to work out how to take this plastic part off. I haven't even looked at that yet. And I'm going to take obviously the 3 litre stickers. I've got to take the Nissan, or the 3 litre badge, the Nissan badge. I'll take these ST stickers off, snorkels off. I'm uncertain yet whether I'm going to run this snorkel or I'm going to run another snorkel. But look, we'll just see how we go. Still plenty to do before we decide that, so still got some tidy up and stuff like that to do in the engine bay still, and little covers and lines and stuff like that, but we'll get to all that when we kind of get to it. Here's all the stuff that I ripped off. Bit of washing too over the weekend, mate. Lights, grill, bits and pieces. The old slippies. But yeah, like inner guard, trying to keep everything neat and bagged up. That way stuff's easy to find. I'm just going to do this stuff. But yeah, a little pack up, mate, and that's not a bad little hour this morning. this has been just pretty much a random filming session of me just doing different bits and pieces, but I'm just about to drop the fuel tank now. I've got most of the lines disconnected, but from memory it was fairly full, so I'm just going to get some drums and a siphon hose and shuck a little bit out of it, mate. Say that's a 2019 vintage, mate. Ah. You don't need to watch all of this. I'm really keen to jump back in and keep pulling some stuff off the car. I'm halfway through a job at the moment of pulling the fuel tanks out, but I thought I really need to just get some more room happening in this shed and sort this out. So that is today's job. The junkie room's not looking too bad at the moment. Everything's still fairly neat and where it needs to be, which is great, but we are running out of room in here. I want to start pulling apart this motor. I don't know if I've said much about this motor yet. I don't think I have. We're going to get into that pretty soon. We're going to do a cam. We're going to do probably injectors, lifters, not sure what else. We're going to need a new steering pump. I want to do a new water pump, upgrade the oil pump. Just a few things like that to kind of really make this a solid unit before it goes in the car. Mainly out here, some of the things, I'm going to rebuild the front and rear diffs. I want to swap those to manual hubs. We also need to start pulling some parts off this motor, like just the alternator, the turbo, starter motor. We need to separate the transfer case from the gearbox. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of little jobs that we need to do. I want to make up a couple of stands just to sit these diffs up on so that I can rebuild them and paint them and rub all the rust back and stuff like that and kind of make them look nice and fresh. Today's job is I'm just going to sit you in a corner. We're going to smash this out and then hopefully that shouldn't take us too long and we can get back into the patrol. But I think just having a clear space, I might even get rid of this area here and put the diffs over here to work on them. There's still like little bits of body pieces that I need to just bag all their kind of screws and nuts and bolts and stuff like that. So that is our task today. And then we're going to go back onto the patrol, rip the rest of the fuel tanks out. So what I'm basically doing with that, I've started at the back of the patrol and I'm slowly working my way forward of just pulling everything out that needs to come out underneath so that I can paint and clean up the chassis, and I'm going to spray some body deadener on the underside. I want to run new fuel lines. There's a whole bunch, literally a whole bunch of other things that I want to do underneath the car before we get this motor sitting in place. It's a pretty big build, but we are ticking things off the list and it's looking really good at the moment. Really excited, really pumped where we're at the moment. Also have a few other things in the works at the moment that I'm really excited to share with you guys. It's a bit early at the moment, but stay with me because 2021 is going to be a massive year for terrain. We have a whole bunch of events we're heading to. We have some sponsors that are possibly coming on board that are some top-notch sponsors. So yeah, anyway, if you're liking this series, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, really helps me out. We're going to be getting some stickers done soon. I've had a few people message me and say, hey, have you got any stickers? So I thought, let's get some stickers rolling. It's freaking freezing today. I just got the fire going inside because it's pretty cold. So I'm rugged up a little bit, got the trackies on, mate, but we'll rip them off soon when we get warmed up. But anyway, welcome to this episode. See you soon. Alright, cleanup is going well. Mox popped over to give me a hand, which is awesome. We've smashed it out. Pretty much have one diff to get out of the back of the Forester, motor and gearbox. We're going to set both the diffs up here and just knock together a little stand for them now so that I can pull them apart and start cleaning them up and give them a paint and rebuild. So we'll get into that now. A couple bits of timber, and then we had a bit of an oil spill, as you can already tell, but that's good, keeps the concrete from rusting, mate. Other than that, we're looking good. So we'll sit you guys down, you can watch us knock together some sort of dodgy stand. You can tell summer is upon us. Little Nakey up the back corner, chilling out. Hey buddy. He's going in there. Little gap up there, is there? Yeah.
Fuck, he's heading down right in front of me.
Oh no, his head's back here. Get up, mate. Hey buddy! How'd you get up there? It's a tight little
He's just sitting up there, eh?
Yeah. In the face!
Yeah.
Boom! We are done cleaning the shed. I am so pumped right now. It was a massive effort just getting some stuff sorted. Got the floor half clean, especially after the old trans fluid spill. All the bits and pieces are back in, tools somewhat cleaned up. Made this dodgy diff stand, which I think is going to work fine for what I need to do, because I'm going to hopefully very soon buy a rebuild kit for the diff. Look at getting a front locker. I'm going to check the brake pads. If they're kind of at 50%, I'm going to change them anyway, just so I know everything's new. I need to get new locking hubs, because I think I've blown one. I think I might have even done a CV in this diff. So we're going to do a full rebuild on this diff. Give it a paint and a freshen up. And so we still got to tear all this down, which will be a video coming up soon, which is going to be really awesome. The junkie room's looking pretty clean. We got the transfer case off the back of the box, which is very cool. So it's going to mold up to the 6L80E. We're keeping fairly organized. Rear and front diff and exhaust pieces down there. So absolutely pumped. All that's really left to do today is I got halfway through. I don't know if you will have seen it yet or not. But I was halfway through doing dropping the rear fuel tank on the Patrol. So I still have some bits and pieces kind of floating around here. So I'm going to drop that now and then pack up all the tools, throw them in the back of the Patrol. That's kind of done for the day. And then hopefully tomorrow we can keep going underneath the car. I just really wanted to get the shed cleaned out, so I've got some more space to put things like the fuel tanks and any more of the stuff. I'm pretty close to getting to the final tear down of the Patrol stuff. So not too much more needs to come off the car, and there's not too much more to actually come off the car because there's not much left of it. But we are getting very close. We are starting the rebuild stage very soon. So I'm absolutely wrapped at the moment. But yeah, I'm gonna flick these lights on, get a bit of light out here and tidy up, drop this fuel tank and then tidy up this area. And then we are done for the day. Also, just want to do a massive shout out and thank you to all the guys that have subscribed to the channel. You guys are absolute legends. I hope you're enjoying this series. I hope you're as pumped as me to see the end result. I've got some really cool ideas for this build and the things that I'm going to put into it and do with it. So thanks for sticking with me. Now let's get into more cleaning and dropping and all that stuff. All right, so pretty much dropped these main filler ones right to just kind of come free, but I've just got to do these return lines and breather lines and fuel tank drop down. So we'll grab some tape and label them up, and then my little friend can come and help me. Hello, friend. Hello. Coming out with Mum to work on the car.
Yeah.
And then Troy as well. Whole family affair today. So yeah, and then other than that, there's not much left under the car to pull out. We'll drop that sub tank to give it a clean out. A couple of sway bar links that we need to pull out. But yeah, we are looking very, very good at the moment. I am very, very, very pumped. Yeah, buddy. One fuel tank. We also had a freaking classic. This has actually happened before on another one of my patrols. The bump stop bolts both sheared off in the chassis there, so we're gonna have to fix them up before we put new ones in. But yeah, fuel tank is down. That is exactly what I wanted to achieve this weekend. We are on point again, which is great. We're gonna clean up all this stuff, bring it out into the shed, get ready to clean it and do what we need to do to it. So yes, I'm very pumped. I keep saying I'm pumped, but I am. I freaking am.